Hello everyone, we meet again in the engineering geology course. Today we will be discussing on rocks and mineral. Rock and minerals. Material that constitute the earth's crust. First, soil. Second, rock. This is rock cycle. All rock are connected in a cycle of creation, change, and destruction called the rock cycle. The rock cycle begins with molten rock, magma below ground, lava above ground, which cools and hardens to form igneous rock. Exposure, the weathering and erosional force break the original rock into smaller pieces. The smaller material, now called sediment, is carried away by rivers, wind, and glaciers, and other means that is eventually deposited elsewhere. The sediments can then be buried and litfilled or hardened, forming sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock can be deeply buried, subjected to heat and pressure, which over time cause it to change its structure into a new rock, a metamorphic rock. Metamorphism is a big word meaning change. Eventually, this metamorphic rock may be heated to the point where they can melt into magma. Note that the rock cycle doesn't always have to work in this order. Sometimes igneous rock can be buried and metamorphosed, skipping the sedimentary rock phase, and sometimes sedimentary and metamorphic rock can be uplifted and eroded to form new sedimentary rocks. It is also possible for rocks to remain unchanged in stable regions for long periods of time. What is rock? The solid part of the earth is made up of rock. Types of rock. There are three main groups of rocks, classified on the basis of how they form. First, igneous rock. Second, sedimentary rock. Third, metamorphic rock. Rock properties. The geological properties of rocks are influenced by the following factors. First, texture. Second, mineralogy. Third, joint, bedding plane, and foliation. 4. Weather. 5. Sedimentation. Minerals. A mineral is a naturally formed solid. Liquid and gases are therefore excluded. A mineral has a specific composition. Mineral possess a characteristic crystal structure and therefore exclude non-crystalline materials such as glass. Types of mineral. Non-silicate. Minerals that are lacking in silicon. Properties of mineral. 1. Crystal form, growth habit and twining. 2. Cleavage and fracture. 3. Luster. 4. Color. 5. Streak. 6. Hardness. 7. Tenacity. 8. Density. Crystal form, growth habit and twining. A feature shown by many crystals is a symmetrical intergrowth referred to as twinning. Twins can be of a variety of types including A. Contact twins. B. Penetration twins. C. Repeated. Cleavage and fracture. Cleavage planes are briquette surfaces that are controlled by crystal structure but are not to be confused with crystal faces which are growth surfaces. Luster. The quality and intensity of light reflected from a mineral is reflected to as luster. Various types of non-metallic luster are adamantine, vitreous, pearly, silky, greasy. Color. This is commonly the most striking feature of mineral, but can be misleading. Varieties of quartz are, however, milky quartz, bluish quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, citrine, smoky quartz. Streak. A mineral in powder form may have a different color from individual crystal. This can be an important feature for identification. It is not practical to crush mineral to identify them, so we use a colorless porcelain plate which we scratch with the mineral. The color of the streak is then observed. This method is only valid for minerals that are softer than porcelain plate. Hardness. This is the mineral's relative resistance to stretching. This is the example properties of mineral from Mohs scale relative hardness table. Tenacity. This is the resistance that a mineral offers to breaking, crushing, bending, or tearing. In example, its cohesiveness. Commonly used terms are brittle, malleable, ductile, flexible, plastic. Density. Density mass per unit volume is measured in gram per centimeter cube. We use the term specific gravity, or G, which is the ratio of the weight of a substance to the same volume of water. Since this is a ratio, there are no units for G. This is often a very useful criterion for mineral identification. Some useful reference values are below. Mineralogy of aggregates. There are several ways to assess the mineralogy of aggregates, such as X-ray diffractions, thin section. Well, that is for all this session. Until we meet again in the next session. Thank you.